Every year, thousands of people go missing. I mean, you see the milk cartons, right? Or is that just a throwback to a simpler time? Regardless, people vanish. Sometimes it's a little too convenient, like they to disappear. New life, new identity, sayonara to their past. But some disappearances, they stick with you. They leave us with more questions than answers. In today's video, we're diving headfirst into the unsettling unknown. We're talking about 5 of the most mysterious disappearances in American history. These aren't your run-of-the-mill missing persons cases. Oh no, these are the ones that keep you up at night. Strange clues, eerie coincidences, and that unshakable feeling that something just isn't right. Where did they go? Why did they vanish? And the real kicker, will we ever know the truth? Before we dive into these baffling mysteries, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss our upcoming stories of the unexplained. Picture this. 2004, a young woman named Maura Murray, just 21 years old, crashes her car on a snowy road in rural New Hampshire. Seems like a straightforward accident, right? Wrong. This is where things get weird. Maura's car was found abandoned, engine still running, belongings still inside. It's like she just stepped out for a minute and poof, gone. Vanished. Witnesses reported seeing her near the car after the crash, seemingly unharmed. But by the time the police arrived, no Maura. It's like she walked straight into thin air. Now you might be thinking maybe she wandered off, disoriented after the accident, maybe. But here's the thing, despite massive searches, no trace of Maura has ever been found. No footprints in the snow, no signs of struggle, nothing. Theories abound, of course. Did she stage her own disappearance? Was she running from something? Or did someone, have a hand in her vanishing? The mystery deepens when you consider Maura's actions leading up to the crash. She was acting strangely, almost like she was on the run. She even emailed her professors saying she had a family emergency, which turned out to be a lie. What was Maura hiding? And who or what was she so afraid of? The more you dig into Maura Murray's story, the more questions you uncover. It's a twisted web of strange occurrences and dead ends, leaving everyone from seasoned investigators to armchair detectives scratching their heads. One thing's for sure, the disappearance of Maura Murray remains one of the most perplexing unsolved cases in recent history. Gather round, folks, because this next story takes place on Christmas Eve, a night usually filled with warmth, joy, and maybe a little too much eggnog. But for the Sodder family in 1945, Christmas Eve took a sinister turn. Imagine this. West Virginia, the Sodder family home is engulfed in flames. It's a parent's worst nightmare. 4 of the Sodder children managed to escape the inferno, but 5 others, they're never seen again. Now, you might be thinking, tragic fire, it happens. But hold on, because here's where it gets strange. The fire, while devastating, was thoroughly investigated. And get this, no remains of the 5 missing children were ever found in the ashes. The official story, the children perished in the fire, their bodies incinerated beyond recognition. But the Sodder family, they weren't buying it. They knew in their hearts their children were alive. Their suspicions were further fueled by a series of strange occurrences following the fire. A witness claimed to have seen the children in a passing car that night. Another witness swore they saw the children at a roadside diner with a group of adults. And then there's the photograph. Years later, the Sodders received a photo in the mail of a young man who bore a striking resemblance to one of their missing sons. Was it him? Was it a cruel prank? Or was it a sign that the Sodder children were still out there, somewhere? The mystery of the Sodder children is a chilling reminder that sometimes even the most seemingly straightforward explanations can be riddled with holes. Did the children perish in the fire, or were they, as their parents believed, taken? The truth, like the ashes of their home, seems lost to time. Chapter 3. Flight 19 and the Devil's Triangle. Fasten your seatbelts, folks, because this next mystery takes us into the Bermuda Triangle, a place shrouded in more myths and legends than a Greek god's family reunion. It's December 1945. 5 US Navy bombers, known as Flight 19, take off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a routine training mission. Seems simple enough, right? Well, this is the Bermuda Triangle we're talking about, so buckle up. Things take a turn for the weird almost immediately. The flight leader reports his compasses are malfunctioning, his instruments are going haywire, And to top it off, he's completely lost. The transmission from the flight leader is haunting, filled with confusion and a growing sense of dread. He describes the ocean looking different, the water a strange color, and then silence. Flight 19 vanishes without a trace. Now the Navy, being the thorough folks they are, launch a massive search and rescue operation. Planes, ships, the whole shebang, and they find nothing. No wreckage, no debris, no sign of the 5 bombers or their crew. But here's where it gets even weirder. One of the search and rescue planes, a PBM Mariner with a 13-man crew, also disappears without a trace. It's like the Bermuda Triangle swallowed them whole. Theories about Flight 19 run rampant. Some blame it on human error, others on magnetic anomalies in the triangle. Then there are the more, shall we say, creative theories involving underwater alien bases and time portals. Whatever happened to Flight 19, it solidified the Bermuda Triangle's reputation as a place where logic goes to die and mysteries are born. The disappearance of those 6 aircraft and their crews remains one of the most baffling aviation mysteries of all time. Chapter 4. Oh, shh! The Brandon Swanson Enigma. Hold on to your phones, folks, because this next story takes place in the eerie darkness of rural Minnesota, where a wrong turn can lead you down a rabbit hole of unsettling questions. It's 2008, and 19-year-old Brandon Swanson is driving home after a night out with friends. He calls his parents, tells them he's run his car into a ditch. Sounds like a pretty typical teenage mishap, right? Wrong. Brandon's parents, being the responsible folks they are, immediately set out to find him. They stay on the phone with him, guiding him as he tries to describe his surroundings. But here's where it gets strange. Brandon's descriptions don't make sense. He claims to see lights from a nearby town, but his parents, familiar with the area, know there's no town there. Then, after over an hour on the phone, Brandon utters 2 chilling words. Oh, shh. And then silence. The line goes dead, and Brandon Swanson is never heard from again. Despite extensive searches, no trace of Brandon or his car is ever found. The police, baffled, investigate every lead, but come up empty-handed. What happened to Brandon in those final moments? Did he wander off, disoriented, only to succumb to the elements? Or did something more sinister befall him in the dark fields of Minnesota? Some speculate that Brandon, perhaps disoriented after his accident, wandered into a nearby river or creek. Others believe he may have encountered someone with ill intentions. But without any evidence, Brandon's disappearance remains a haunting mystery. His last words, oh shh, echo in the minds of those who know his story, a chilling reminder that sometimes people vanish without a trace, leaving behind more questions than answers. Chapter 5. Dyatlov Pass Terror on the Mountain. Get ready to bundle up because this final story takes us to the icy wilderness of the Ural Mountains in Russia, where the elements themselves can be as unforgiving as any horror movie villain. It's 1959 and a group of 9 experienced hikers, all young and full of adventure, set out to conquer the slopes of what is now known as Dyatlov Pass. They're well-equipped, experienced, and ready for a challenging trek. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, just about everything. Weeks pass, and when the hikers fail to return, a search party is sent out. What they find is the stuff of nightmares. The hikers' tent is discovered ripped open from the inside as if they fled in a panic. But here's where it gets truly bizarre. The bodies of the hikers are found scattered in the snow, some partially dressed, some with horrific injuries. But here's the kicker. The injuries, they aren't consistent with an animal attack or a simple fall. Some have fractured skulls, others internal damage, and some are even missing their eyes. It's like something out of a horror movie, but this, my friends, is all too real. Theories abound, ranging from the plausible to the downright bizarre. Some believe the hikers were caught in an avalanche, others speculate they were attacked by a yeti. Hey, I don't make the rules. But perhaps the most unsettling theory revolves around a phenomenon known as infrasound, low-frequency sound waves that can cause feelings of panic, hallucinations, and even physical discomfort. Could infrasound have driven the hikers to madness, leading to their demise? The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most baffling, unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. The strange injuries, the lack of a logical explanation, and the sheer eeriness of the scene have fueled countless theories and inspired books, documentaries, and even a few horror films. Whatever happened on that mountainside, it's a chilling reminder that some places hold secrets best left undisturbed. So there you have it, 5 chilling tales of disappearances that continue to mystify and intrigue us. These stories remind us that sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction and some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved. But hey, that's part of what makes them so fascinating, right? These disappearances leave us with more questions than answers. The truth remains hidden, lost in the shadows of time and circumstance. But as long as these cases exist, the search for answers will continue. Thanks for watching, and if you're captivated by the unexplained, you won't want to miss our next deep dive into another baffling mystery. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Who knows what we'll uncover next?